Hey guys, this is Sawtooth Money 86, and like the title says, today I'm showing you an epic infection beginning. So this is on a map made by me, Hacking Bullets, and 100 Tree 3. And it's an infection map, and they have this really cool idea, but I think it's kind of self-explanatory once you see the map. So it's just a map, just a loadout camera, some loadouts, but that doesn't matter. The cool part is the beginning. Explosion, explosion, boom. And then all of a sudden, it goes really light, and you spawn out inside in a destroyed ship. Or plane, whatever. So, now I'm going to teach you how I did that, because that's always a really cool start to any infection map. So now we're just going to go over to Forge, and I'm going to kind of show you how. So, once again, we're going to spawn inside of this plane, which was designed by me and 100 Tree. Seats by me, but as you can see, it explosion there, and explosion there, and then we spawn out inside the destroyed thing. So you see, it looks really good, and as you can see, you're in the map now, and there's some weapons in here, and the destroyed chairs, just like there were actual chairs inside of, the real plane. So it's just a really cool start. So right now I'm just going to show you the two lights. One was Nova, and the other is purple. The special effects we used. And this is just a random map. Don't even ask, because I will not explain. And over there was our first bird, and over here is our ruined plane. Well, bird is more of a plane, but this is the non-destroyed plane. As you can see, it's intact, and there are explosions happening. And those explosions are why it shook, and kind of added to that theme. So as you can see, there are a bunch of mines. But we're going to go inside, and I'm just going to show you something real quick. That this is all exactly the same on the inside as on the other one, and it's right there is the teleporter. We're just going to check out the teleporter real quick, and its spawn time is 15 seconds, and it is place at start false, which means it will spawn after 15 seconds into the game. Now with reach, the timer is a bit off because the loadout cam takes about 5 to 7 seconds, so that's why it didn't take 15 seconds for me to get out of that room. And as you can see, we're now over here. And the thing about this is, these have to look identical, or you kind of lose the effect. And you really don't want them like dropping out of midair. Like, this wasn't a perfect one. Now, I'm actually going to show you how to build a smaller model of them. So, over here we have our crate. And inside is an initial spawn. And and we're just going to close her back up. And then we're going to come over here to where we want them to come out. Now, there's something I want to point out right here that I forgot to do. I'll actually kind of explain it later, but you can't have a closed space, like completely closed like this, or they will spawn on top. Now the reason that didn't happen with the plane is because we actually flipped the teleporter receiver upside down and put it on the roof, like upside down on top of the roof. Not on top of the roof, but you'll get it. But yeah, and then that made them spawn down. But right now I'm just going to show you how to do the mines. So you're going to hear a little bit of background noise in a minute. It's going to be my sisters. Now there's another problem I'm doing right here. Since it's a small confined space, and there's not much space between you and the wall, you do not, I repeat, not want to put mines right next to it. I'm going to change that later, but I'm just going to point that out right now. That's my big error. But first you want to grab another thing, you want to grab some small block 1x1 flats and line them up right above the mines. Put them a little in the air so that, looks good. Well, not really. Not going to actually be there. Then you go to Gadgets, Explosives, or whatever. And sorry, I'm having trouble speaking today. And choose a fusion coil. Then you want to set your spawn time to the exact spawn time that you want. So I want 6 seconds, and make sure to set that to place at start false. And then let's just set this one to 8, because that seems like a good amount of time. And place at start false. Now we place them right on top of these flat 1x1s and just above the mine. Make sure they're above the mine, or then it won't work. And now we're going to do the teleporter. So it's in Gadgets, of course. Teleporters, and you want to have a sender and a receiver. The sender's shape doesn't really matter, but since we already have one teleporter that's on alpha, let's set it to Bravo and make the radius big enough that it covers the entirety of the box. So now it's as big as the box, which is good, supposedly. And so as you can see, I'm now setting the spawn time to 8 seconds, which is 2 seconds after the second explosion, and I'm setting the place to start to false. So now you can see it's covering the entire box, so you cannot spawn. You know, you're going to get teleported. Now over here, what you need to do, well, actually nothing yet. You got to come back over here. Forgot to explain something. So, special effects. Special effects need to be set up in sync with the teleporter. So let's just, you can really use any of them actually, but as you can see, you can use Nova, Juicy, you know, even pen and ink if you know how to do it, which I don't. So we're gonna keep it safe with Nova, and we're going to change that spawn time to 8 and set the place at start to false. So that way it spawns at the exact same time as the teleporter, so it'll look like there's a flash when you teleport. So you might not be able to see that you just teleported. Now sometimes it lags, but like it did there, but apparently my warranty was bad on that vehicle because I didn't have enough money for my other color effect. So you can use a bunch of different ones with this. That was next gen, but I think I'm gonna keep it safe with purple and delete next gen. So let's go with purple, and that gives us a nice effect. And you're gonna want to set the spawn time to a couple seconds after the Nova spawns. So maybe, let's see here, we're gonna do 10 seconds, and we're going to set the place to start to false. And now we are done with that. And now I'm going to show you where I messed up a couple times, so this way you do not mess up. So as you can see, we're almost ready to go. Well, actually, this isn't a mess up. You need to delete both of the 1x1 flats when you're completely done. Make sure everything is done with the entire map before you do that. And now you need to go over here, go to Gadgets, Teleporters, Teleporter Receiver. And you're going to need to flip that upside down and put it right under the roof, or tilt it on its side, or just leave it like this. But if you're going to leave it like that, it has to be in a non-enclosed place. And you also have to set it to Bravo. If you set any other teleporters, you got to set it to the same channel as the other teleporters. But this is something I messed up on. As you can see here, I'm pointing at the stuff which has been raised off of the platform, and I'm re-deleting. So I'm going to start a new round. But anyway, and the other thing, the box needs to be open. So you can see I opened up the entirety of the box, and now this should work. So I'm just going to demonstrate. But thanks for watching. Don't say that we like stole this or anything. You know, there could be other people out here who've done this before, but we haven't seen anything like that. So that's really why we made this tutorial. And the idea for this came from 100 Tree Free and Hacking Bullets, and I made it work. And don't go into a comment saying we stole your idea or something, because we didn't even know this thing existed. So we kind of came up with this on our own, and if someone else has it,